And it lasted nearly a whole week. And I'm talking like it took me 12 hours of a whole week to solve with them this situation. And it's still a sensitive-ish topic. But when I look at that week, I didn't close as many deals as I usually do, naturally, because I was putting out that fire, per se. So at 7 figures a year, if I was just cold calling, like I was doing when I was doing multiple 6 figures a year, well, cold calling was great when I was the only closer. And I had to set my own appointments, book them, close them, etc. But at 7 figures a year, I already got like 10 SDRs. We average 40 to 50 appointments a day, which is crazy. We book nearly 30 to 40 demos a day. We close 1 to 3 clients every day. Right, the month just started May 1st, already closed the client. Like upsold a client at least. So when it comes to managing your energy, you have to be able to use discernment. To be able to say, hey, you know what, I'm best used here. For me at this level, I'm best used closing 25% of the time, training 50% of the time, and then finding the next tweak to get us more velocity. Whether it's, okay, we need to find out a faster way to pay the team out, or we need to run better ads, so I gotta do a creative and do more personal brand content, or I need to do XYZ. The next level for me is to find how I can increase velocity within my leadership of the organization. But at 6 figures, a lot of people get stuck doing what they know what to do best, which is being the best salesperson. But if you're still the best salesperson at your company, you're probably not turning over, at least for most of you, a couple million a year, let alone $1 million a year, right? So you got to be able to use tactical discernment. And tactical discernment includes the ability to assess where your energy is best used. Alvin said crazy. Yeah, man, look, it's a blessing, but I want us to get to a point where we're averaging freaking 150 to 300 appointments a day. And you know what's crazy? I reckon we're going to get there. And 150 to 300 points. By the way, I'm very transparent with the maths, which brings me to my 7th point. And I'll get to the 7th point in a second. 300 appointments a day with 240 appointments showing up, so 240 demos a day. Even though there's a shit close rate of 10%, that's 24 new clients a day. Now, naturally, you're going to not saturate, but you're going to squeeze through an entire market, obviously. But that's why ads are important. But 24 clients a day, guys, just do the maths on that. 24 clients a day. I'm not even going to expose, we charge more than this now, but let's say we're just charging $2K a month. 24 clients a day times $2K each client is basically 50 grand new revenue a day. 50 grand new revenue a day times 5 is 250K new revenue a week. 250K new revenue a week times 4 is an extra $1 million a month on top of the existing organization. Which brings me to the 7th point. I love that I entered in with the frame. You gotta know your numbers. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I wasn't the best math student in high school. I was not. I was very good at English. I was one of the only guys in my whole year level that did literature. So I've always been very above average with words. But maths, has not been the main thing for me. But when I started wanting to really crush it, Albin said, just a matter of time, no doubts. I like how you're smiling, telling that, hey man, well, it comes down to the maths. Because you gotta, at level million, if you don't know your numbers, you're screwed, to be honest with you. And that's why only 4% of businesses in Australia do over $1 million a year revenue. Because a lot of people do not know their numbers. A lot of people are very emotional. A lot of people are highly erratic. A lot of people are very, I believe, therefore it will come. And there has to be a level of deep belief, all right, that you have to have, period, to make over $1 million a year. But you got to know your numbers. For example, like I said, our close rate's actually pretty shit at the moment. That's why I've been doing sales trainings with my closers every morning, Monday to Friday, except this morning because it's a new month and we hit quota. We hit quota yesterday, so we're very happy. But we largely hit quota because yesterday we closed 4 deals in a day. But like that should be our norm. We set 30-ish demos a day. So I know that our maths is off because we should be closing at least, like if 30% of, if our close rate was even 25%, that's 8 deals a day. But it's not 25%. And now, is every demo qualified? Is every demo good? No. But we should at least be closing like 5 a day. We're not at the moment, we're closing 1 or 2 a day, right? Alvin said ice cream. So every time our team hits quota, I get the whole organization ice cream. So literally, my bookkeeper's gonna love this. So I'm about to pay 80 people like ice cream. And I'm looking forward to it. Like you gotta celebrate wins, right?